Hello, everyone. Life has just been getting in the way of doing anything I want in this game. So I had to start all over and play on easy, because when I played on normal for the next segment, I lost 2 rounds in a row, and it's not fun just to post defeats all the time, so here we are again, trying for the 3rd time. When life gives you lemons, you squeeze them into your enemy's eyes. So, here we go, once again. And this time, I should win, and it should go smoothly. And we'll go from there.
The enemy! My mind is too weary to fight on. For the glory of the Imperium!
So I've actually been playing the Blood Ravens in this, and I went from normal to easy with the Blood Ravens because it was getting narrowed down, and it was like, I think it was like it's either the orcs or the elders, and then it was the Adeptus Materium that we were up against. And with the Adeptus Materium, they just swarmed you like ants after a while. It was not fun playing against them anymore. So it's like, okay, I've learned my lesson, I have to play on easy. And so when it gets to like the higher difficulties, like, oh, the defense is like a 10 or something, that's when it gets a little bit more challenging. Yeah, but I wish normal wasn't that hard when you got to those points, because I was kind of almost getting around the battle and stuff with the Blood Ravens. I was conquering most of it, and then I couldn't defeat the Imperium. The nice thing too is when you're playing the Blood Ravens, it will explain why the Imperium and the Ravens are against each other, because obviously as the Necrons, that's not relevant to your story, so it wasn't really all that important. I know with the Blood Ravens, they're looking for a relic. I haven't gotten to that point where they actually like found it or anything. But I know with the Necrons, it's that Thomas Maccabee, the archaeologist that became one of them and stuff. And so I think that's more of an interesting premise of like the archaeologist, you know, uncovered, you know, the Necrons and stuff. I think that's a little bit more of a interesting premise. But the relic one also sounds good because it's connected to like how their chapter was formed and stuff, because their chapter is still a mystery of where it came from and such. know this landmark, it will give you the manpower, which will be nice. I mean, Necrons are a pretty powerful enemy. Not enemy, but player to play as. Not quite ready to go in there and beat them, unless they're so pretty low on resources, but I know it's supposed to be easy. I know one thing I'm going to mention, which is pretty old information, maybe to some of you, but I saw the April Fool's joke of like the Warhammer musical, and honestly, it looks like something really fun to go to. So if they actually did in real life, I would pay money to go see it. It was kind of fun. And then they did Trizan, and that was hilarious. I was not expecting Trizan to sing, but it fits his personality, so I quite liked it. Alright, they can have fun. Why not? If we win, I'm gonna be really surprised, because it's like it can't be this easy. Okay, so it was that easy. Hey, but we got increased manpower, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh, Case is already getting beaten. Huh. Yeah, because with the Waving Guard, I was actually able to beat the Imperium and Chaos, and I think that's very poetic, really.
Charge! Tremble before my wrath!
Okay, so that happened. not what I meant to do, but whatever. Are you ready to beat a 10? It's on easy, but that doesn't mean... I could attempt to wipe out the orcs. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
In a foul shrine in the Deimos Peninsula, lost souls summoned the Black Apostle Eliphas to Cronus. There the word-bearers raised their black temples and launched their assault on the world. Eldritch energies split the earth with abyssal fissures and remade the lush jungles into a nightmare landscape, pulsing with ruinous energies. A master demagogue, Eliphas made an advantage of the fractious nature of those bent to chaos. Instead of relying on a unified defense, he allowed his champions and cult leaders to establish their own satellite temples, where they could pursue their own dark rituals. Any attacker who hoped to defeat the Word-Bearers would have to run a bloody gauntlet of heretics, including some of the Legion's most veteran Chaos Space Marines. Indeed, killing the heretics on Cronus was pointless so long as the Great War Portal in Eliphas's Bastion remained open. The dark spells of the sorcerers Amphion and Zathus maintained this massive rend in the fabric of creation, granting Eliphas endless reinforcements. So long as the Deimos portal remained open, there could be no victory on Cronus.
Gee, for endless reinforcements, they are only on one strand of land.
With the 37 keys of Zinch, we open the way for our brothers. With the 1,000 whispers of Slanesh, we call to them. With the 12 plagues of Nurgle, we fell their enemies. And with the mighty axe of Khorne, we cut open the world for them.
Yes, come forth to bear the word of chaos. Hear my warnings, unbelievers, carried to your minds by the power of the Prince of Excess himself. We have raised altars in this land so that we may sacrifice you to our gods. Veterans of 10 millennia of unholy war wait to grind you beneath the treads of their mighty boots. The chosen of Khorne hunger to add you to their bloody tally. The blood god himself has marked this land and will claim your skulls for his throne. There is no hope in opposing the inevitable. Put down your arms, unbelievers, and bow before the forces of chaos undivided.
So, oops. So I already know this map pretty well because of beating it last time as the...
Soulless automatons! You cannot prevail against chaos. Your soul is gone. I will destroy you.
Okay. So hopefully this map doesn't take me as long as the did with the Blood Ravens, because this will be a long map to go through. So I'm not sure if it's just these guys can be affected by the Bolt Plus, or it's all the Necrons, but that wouldn't make too much sense. See, yeah, it's not making so much sense right now because of there's no dialogue like there was with the Blood Ravens. See the Dawn of War 4 Necron versus the Adeptus Mechanicus and the new Adeptus Mechanicus trailers. People were not happy with the Necron one because they got beaten so easily when they could have done something a little different with it, like maybe sacrifice one of those Mars robots instead of doing what they did to still show, hey, they're powerful, but hey, Claw got out of there. The new Adeptus Mechanicus trailer, I didn't realize how much of a force they were, because I know they worked on all the mechanical stuff, but I didn't realize how much of their own forces were really being.
See the faith of my crusaders. They will cleanse you of your disbelief.
Forget how slow the Necrons move. Okay, it does affect them. Alright. And I lost all my flight once, didn't I?
You are intruders here. Your sacrifice will feed the gods of chaos.
These blood... These blood pits on the map don't quite look like blood pits, if you get my drift. I can't put any more turrets. Done. think I'm gonna just destroy or capture the blood pit thing and then just go save the prisoners. Hooray, we did it. It was so hard.
Our fates are all written in the warp, and yours is death.
It scared me for a moment.
None can stand against the coming darkness.
Of course, the map unreveals itself, but whatever. like leaving my base without reinforcements, but this is on easy, so it should be okay. I get Necrons are old, but why do they have to move so slow?
Behold the power of chaos! This world is ours now and forever! Even though I'm the type of person that don't like following
people's orders and stuff. I do love checking off an objective list. Okay.
Only I can hear your prayers here, my friend. And I'm afraid I will not answer them.
See, there's so much chaos happening in chaos. Did we already kill the big winged demon?
Reject the word of chaos, my lord. The faithful here are not strong enough.
It is a poor shepherd who blames his flock apostle. This failure is yours and yours alone.
No, I will not go to the Basilica of Torments again.
Fear not, apostle. The Basilica is reserved for those who may redeem themselves.
No. No!
You will have no such chance. In the most ancient of Eldar myth cycles, there are tales of the Necron's bloodthirsty deities clashing with the powers of the Warp. Thus, the Necron assault on the Chaos Stronghold was something of a reenactment of that prehistoric war. The merciless wave of the material Necrons clashing with the unbridled madness of the Immaterium. Despite black sorceries and the rage of foul demons, even the traitor Space Marines could not stop the unending tide of Necrons. The Nightbringer's servants remained in Deimos for some time after their victory, seemingly focused on purging the very soil there, which had been tainted by the power of the Warp. Necron Goss weaponry atomized every last Chaos Temple and artifact left, not to mention all the corpses and the unfortunates who survived the initial attack. By the time the Necrons moved to their next target, the peninsula had become a scorched desert of ash and dust.
Hooray, we defeated Chaos. And that is gonna do it pretty much for today. Alright, so I will see you guys next time, and I will decide if I'm gonna do the Adeptus Imperium or go for the orcs. But alright, so God bless and Emperor protects.